In the ever-evolving world of fashion, where the spotlight has often been reserved for a single definition of beauty, there comes a figure who breaks barriers and redefines the narrative. Felicity Hayward is one such figure. Her journey is not just about modeling or social media influence. It is about self-discovery, empowerment, and the courage to stand tall in a world that often tries to box women into unrealistic ideals. Today on Sweet Model's World, we dive into her incredible story. Felicity Hayward was born in Suffolk, England, a place far removed from the glitz of London's fashion scene. From a young age, she carried a spark. Something about her presence demanded attention. Unlike many who tried to blend in, Felicity never quite did. She had a striking look, a fearless personality, and a bold sense of style that made her stand out. But like so many young women, she also grew up surrounded by media messages that suggested beauty came in only one size. The glossy pages of magazines rarely showed women with her curves, and television promoted an almost unreachable idea of perfection. Yet Felicity refused to see herself as anything less than enough. Her big break came in the most unexpected way. In 2012, she was out one night in East London, dancing and enjoying herself, not even imagining that opportunity was about to knock. A photographer noticed her, drawn not by staged perfection but by the joy and authenticity that radiated from her. That moment of spontaneity changed everything. Felicity was scouted, and from there her life took a sharp turn toward the fashion world. It was proof that sometimes destiny finds us when we are most ourselves. Breaking into modeling is never easy, especially for someone who does not fit the industry's long-held standard. But Felicity came in with fire. She was not interested in conforming, she was determined to redefine. Very quickly, her face began to appear in campaigns for brands like ASOS, River Island, The Body Shop, and TK Maxx. Billboards bore her image, magazine spreads featured her unapologetic confidence, and slowly, the industry began to take notice. For every campaign she worked on, she carried with her the message that fashion belongs to everyone, not just a select few. But Felicity was never content with being just a model. She wanted to spark a conversation. In 2015, she launched a campaign that would grow into her signature. #SelfLoveBringsBeauty. The phrase itself is simple, but the message is powerful. Beauty begins with the way we feel about ourselves, not with the size of our waist or the shape of our bodies. Through this movement, Felicity encouraged thousands of people to embrace who they are, to love their reflection, and to walk with confidence. The campaign spread across social media, resonating especially on Instagram, where curated perfection often creates insecurity. Felicity's message stood as a refreshing reminder that authenticity is far more beautiful than filters. On Instagram, she blossomed into more than just a model. She became a true fashion influencer. Her feed is full of vibrant photos, bold fashion statements, behind-the-scenes glimpses, and captions that speak directly to her followers' hearts. Each post feels less like a performance and more like a conversation, as though she is reminding you personally that you are enough. Her audience doesn't just admire her clothes, they admire her courage, her honesty, and the way she takes up space in an industry that once ignored women like her. What sets Felicity apart is her willingness to use her influence for change. She speaks at events, participates in panels, and has become a strong voice for body diversity in fashion. She pushes for representation, arguing that young people deserve to see role models who actually look like them. She highlights the damage that unrealistic images can do and fights to create a world where every person, no matter their size, feels seen and celebrated. Her journey is filled with moments that inspire. From that spontaneous night in East London to international campaigns, Felicity has shown that resilience and authenticity can open doors that insecurity would keep shut. She has been open about the challenges too, the rejection, the criticism, the times the industry tried to fit her into a mold she refused to shrink into. And yet, she continued to rise, becoming not only a model but also a symbol of empowerment. Today, Felicity Hayward stands as a reminder that confidence is the most fashionable thing anyone can wear. She has built a career not on hiding her differences, but on celebrating them. She teaches her followers that fashion is not about size, but about expression. Every campaign she joins and every post she shares carries the same underlying message. Beauty has no single definition. Her story matters because it challenges us to rethink the way we view ourselves and others. The world still struggles with unrealistic standards, but figures like Felicity are proof that change is not only possible, it is already happening. She has helped carve a new path in fashion, one where diversity is not a trend but a truth. And as long as she continues to speak, post, and model, countless others will continue to feel inspired to embrace their individuality. At Sweet Models World, we celebrate stories like Felicity's because they remind us of what modeling is truly about. It is not just about posing for cameras, but about telling stories, changing perceptions, and creating impact. Felicity Hayward's biography is not just her personal story. It is a message to everyone watching that confidence, self-love, and authenticity are timeless. If her journey touched you, take a moment to let it sink in. And then, don't forget to show your support. Subscribe to Sweet Models World for more inspiring stories of models who are changing the face of fashion. Like this video if you believe beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, and share it with someone who could use a reminder today that they are enough. Together, let's keep celebrating confidence, diversity, and style, because at Sweet Models World, every model's story deserves to be told.